Let's play.
Okay.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hanging out since like 10 a.m.
Yeah. All right, so we've already had our little session 0, which was amazing. We set some ground rules. We set how you guys know each other and how you guys got to Icewind Dale. We had a nice little setup for your characters and how Jannick found them and brought them back into Icewind Dale. We also ended the session in a very specific way, where we're going to kick off tonight because things tonight will be
getting dicey.
Did you say that looks cold? It does look cold. It's very cold here in
Cool and
Icewind.
cold.
Cool and cold. All right, let's start by getting some Sirenscape sounds going. For those of you who have Sirenscape working, the 4 of you are lined up. You've all got your winter clothing on. Pretty much your entire body is covered in furs, hoods, big gloves. Without this, you've only been in Icewind Dale for a few days, but without this kind of gear, you know how dangerous this kind of weather can be. In fact, maybe the few days that you spent waiting for someone to find you after that the ship sort of sunk just in the rivers leading into the 10 towns, you would have experienced some of that cold, and you would have felt exhaustion creeping in as you tried to stay alive, waiting for Jannick to find you. A lot of the gear was wet from the ship going down. It was very hard for you to fight off the cold. But thanks to Jannick showing up and bringing you back, you're here now. You're standing side by side with the wind howling, snow just cutting straight through you, and through the dim light, thanks to what seems to be forever nighttime here in Icewind Dale, there is a silhouette in the snow in front of you. And in that dim light, he steps a closer. And what you see is this well-built man in his 30s. He's got an olive complexion, dark hair pulled back into a tight ponytail, no facial or body hair, and he's dressed in a stylish vest with matching pants and boots, similar in style to those worn by mariners off the southern Sword Coast. He wears no armor, and he wears no cold weather clothing at all. He doesn't seem to be armed, but he doesn't look affected by the weather that is freezing you despite the gear that you've got on. He is, I'd say his most striking feature that you're seeing from him in front of you are his eyes, which are as blue as a frozen lake. It's been days, but you've found him. Standing in front of you is Sephek. Before we continue from that, we're just going to whisk back a few days. Okay, where Jannick has helped venture you towards Bryn Shander, his hometown. He's set you up in his house, and he's kind of laid out what's been happening here. Not just in Bryn Shander, not just in 10 towns, but the entirety of Icewind Dale. You see, Icewind Dale has become trapped in this perpetual winter. Ferocious blizzards make the mountain pass through the spine of the world incredibly treacherous. And this land has not felt the warmth of the sun in over 2 years now. In fact, the sun no longer appears above the mountains, not even in what should be the height of summer. In this frozen tundra, darkness and bitter cold reign as king and queen. Most of the Icewind Dale residents blame Auril, the Frost Maiden, the god of winter's wrath. The shimmering aurora that weaves across the sky each and every night is said to be her doing, a potent spell that keeps the sun at bay. Dale folk live in a scattering of settlements known as 10 towns, The drop-off in caravans coming from the south and travel between settlements in this never-ending winter has left everyone feeling isolated. Although each town has resolved to appease the Frost Maiden with sacrifices of one kind or another, no respite from winter's fury sees forthcoming. For the group, such as yourselves, 10 Towns is a place to test one's mettle, and in the spirit of heroes who have come before, leave one's mark on this frigid, blighted land. And so you're cozy up at Jannick's place. It's taken a few days actually for you to get your energy back after being sort of trapped in the snow and the wind for so long. You're not really even certain how many days have passed, really, considering it doesn't seem to get any brighter than a dim light, where you assume it should be daytime. It goes from dark to dim and then straight back to dark again.
I think as host, I might just say to them, they're probably talking about where they've come from and being grateful and things like that, and I'd just say, that's my divine purpose, is saving folk like you stuck in the dale. Moradin guides me. He saved me once and charged me to save others.
It might be a good idea to maybe detail our characters at this point. For anyone who is just tuning in, just wants to kick off and understand who it is that we're looking at. Let's start with you, Jannick, since this is your house.
Hello, I'm Jannick Stoll. I'm a native of Bryn Shander. I've lived in the 10 Towns all my life, and after a run-in with the Remoras, I lost my right leg. It was then that Moradin saw fit to save me, and gave me this divine charge to save others, and that has been my life ever since. Once upon a time, I was a sled racing champion, which I now cannot do, sadly, because one side of the sled is way too heavy.
Cool. The rest of you are sitting inside Jannick's relatively warm abode. All things considered, there's candles lit, so the room has a lot more light than what you see outside. Honestly, as he brought you through Bryn Shander, the town seems pretty isolated considering how big it is. Big walls kind of circle Bryn Shander, but it's just so dark and so cold that anyone you do see, you can barely see their face thanks to how they've sort of wrapped up. But let's talk about the characters that are in Jannick's house at this point. Let's start with you, Moj. Who's sitting across from Jannick?
So we're definitely inside a house now.
Correct, yeah.
Hey, before she enters, she makes sure she shakes off all the snow because, Dandelion knows some house etiquette. She's no fool, but she heads straight to the fireplace and starts trying to sort herself out. It's a hard life being a little rabbit up in the north, but you gotta do what you gotta do, especially when your plans in the south go south, and apparently rich people don't think it's funny when you take their money and sell them something that's not worth what they paid for. So sometimes you gotta lay low. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But now we're in the north. Yay, new beginnings. Woohoo!
Nice. And you're a...
is it chilly or is it just me?
What color herringon is Dandelion?
She's technically hair-based. So her fur is currently brown, but because of the time it took them to travel up north, it's slowly turning white.
Oh, okay,
so
nice.
Most of her face is white, but heading up towards her ears, it's still kind of brown.
Nice. Sitting opposite you is quite a, in comparison to your height, Dandelion, quite a tall Goliath by the name of Harkness. Harkness, do you want to, Christian, do you want to tell us about Harkness?
Yeah, so following in after our young Heragon friend, Harkness had to, duck to get under this door frame, and then just very conscious about where that roof is as he's walking through and trying to find a seat close to the fire. With his affected accent coming from way down south in Waterdeep, where his family lived, he has been called inside of his magical grimoire. It began to show him that his destiny was up here in the north, and so he has followed that to make a name for himself, add to the greatness of. As he's sitting and looking around and beginning to feel a bit of warmth coming back into his bones, a large owl appears to just step out from behind his head and perch itself on his shoulders. Fluffs itself up, its grey feathers speckled with black, large orange eyes and little plume corns. And it just looks around the room a little, and notices Dandelion, and then just fixes his eyes on her. And there it remains for the rest of the time.
Not threatening at all, Dandelion.
Dandelion sees it, rolls her eyes. This has been happening a lot on the boat ride up here. It's fine.
That's
it's
right.
A thing.
That's right, because you guys did meet on the boat ride. Yeah. Tobias, you've seen Harkness's familiar before, and you sort of see it keeping its eye on Dandelion yet again. Let's hear a little bit about Tobias.
Tobias is human. He's going to be using the paladin rules out of the book, but he likes to call himself a relic hunter. He spent many years in the reliquarium, which is kind of like a big purveyor of magical items, but it's kind of like a rural branch, and there's not really any decent stuff there. Local farmers will be like, "Oh, I found this twig," and Tobias will have to look at it, another twig, and be like, "Okay, that's not anything." But more recently, he has taken one of the items there, which is now in his chest. And when he took it up, it kind of like created the armor and put it over him. And at the moment, he feels like he can't take it off. But with this, he now has some abilities he didn't prior. So he is heading north to explore more relics and save the world one relic at a time.
And why wouldn't he with an amazing relic like that? My God. You guys are warm. You're comfortable. It's quite a contrast to every single other minute that you've been in this part of Faerun. But it is just another day in 10 Towns. It's gruesome. There's howling wind, bitter cold, foul tempers, and snowdrifts big enough to bury a herd of moose. But today, and when you passed it, there was like a buzz amongst a local tavern. There was news going around about a series of killings, and sort of weighing on your mind already that you've sort of, especially you, Jannick. I think Jannick might have already have heard of that. There was like a murder over in East Haven, like one of the 10 towns. There was like a halfling that Jannick heard about that had been murdered. There was rumors that maybe he was one of the people that was going to be sacrificed to Ariel. But then you'd heard that his body was found. But to hear the hubbub back at the tavern of multiple murders is quite, because you've been gone a few days looking for these guys and bringing them back. The sound of multiple murders is sort of plaguing on your mind a little bit.
One death's a tragedy, but this should not be happening. Not in my 10 towns.
How can we help?
I think we should try to figure out. I relay what I know about.
Sure.
Well, the halfling. Now that you know what the people of 10 towns go through, now that you know that we must offer sacrifice, the sacrifice of Bryn Shander, unfortunately, as we are the most plentiful in this respect, is a life, is a person, and that person makes the ultimate sacrifice for the rest of us so that we may continue.
Yeah,
This halfling was lined up to be the next sacrifice, is my understanding. And so what I would like to know is who were these others?
Yeah, so you know that East Haven is another area that is pretty well populated. Not as populated as Bryn Shander, but there is a decent population there. There's also Targos is also relatively large. They also do human sacrifice. This is something that Jannick knows and would be sharing. So there's kind of there's 3 of the 10 towns human sacrifice. The idea is that
Human sacrifice. I'm okay.
yeah, well,
Or halfling, or
halfling.
dwarf, or...
Yeah. Sorry.
Humanoid
sacrifice.
It's done as humanely as, pardon me for being speciesist, but as humanely as possible.
Yeah.
We all the permanent residents, fortunately for you, are in the draw. And then we draw lots, and one person is chosen to make that sacrifice.
Oh dear.
One from Bryn Shander, one from Targos, one from East Haven. And the ones that don't have a large enough population, they sacrifice other things. Whether it's warmth, they give away they sacrifice their fuel to ensure that they go cold for a while. Or it's their food, so that they sacrifice their food. So there's sacrifices in each of the 10 towns that Jannick says. The idea being that one day, with enough of these sacrifices, Auril will bring an end to this winter.
That was going to be my question are these sacrifices working?
What does Jannick think?
Well, we have been able to stay here, live here. The deep, dark winter has certainly not lifted. Honestly, in my darker moments, I don't know. I don't truly know.
That's most regrettable. I'm so sorry.
But if you want more information on what's going down, as I mentioned, that tavern was buzzing with information. It was with that kind of, there was a lot of people in there. You've heard word that has kind of spread. Maybe even one of Jannick's friends has popped over to ask him how much he knows, and Jannick's been gone. There's not a lot of information he has. If you want, we can move ourselves through into that tavern, where there still seems to be quite a few people talking about this. Before the murders, the only question on everyone's mind was, will Summer ever return to Icewind Dale? But now the question has shifted to, will I be the killer's next victim? So nothing breeds fear and paranoia more than a murderer without a face. So these 3 cold-blooded murders have been committed in the past month. As Jannick knows, there was a halfling trapper in East Haven. There was a human shipbuilder in Targos. This is what you're picking up from the different conversations happening. And 3 days ago, Jannick, while you were out bringing this group back in, a glassblower, a dwarven glassblower from Bryn Shander, has been found murdered as well. Each of these victims found with a dagger of ice through their heart. What's the connection? The drunken lot huddled in this tavern seem to offer no credible ideas. It's all just rumours and theories, but sitting apart from them is an elderly shield dwarf with a nasty scar across her nose who looks like she has something worth knowing. Jannick, you recognise her instantly. It's Hélm. It's someone that you know pretty well in this town. She's been smoking her pipe and eyeing you and this new group that you're with ever since you walked in.
Hélm, sorry to say hello under such dire circumstances. I take it the glassblower was our kin?
She lets out a sigh. She says, yes, he was. It's a shame. It's a shame to see him gone.
I'd know his name, right?
Yeah, in fact, why don't you name him?
Oh, off the top of my head.
Well, I'd be throwing a name out as well. So,
what about Siegfried?
Siegfried. Yeah.
Siegfried. He was always there to help. He'd always offer his expertise whenever something needed to be made. I didn't often need glass in my contraptions or my sleds, but God, it made them look beautiful.
Hélm acknowledges all of you, but she's pretty stern. She doesn't seem to be a dwarf of many words. Jannick, you know that Hélm used to be a bounty hunter. She's well retired now, but she had pretty finely honed survival instincts. She's known for her work. But you also know that she hasn't been around a lot lately. So it's quite weird to see her back in the town now.
So do I have to guess why you're here, Hélm, or you're gonna out and tell me?
Why don't you introduce me to your friends first?
Of course. How rude of me. These are my friends. Harkness. I'm gonna get these wrong the first couple of times. Boy.
That's okay. They can introduce themselves.
Tobias and Dandelion.
Perfect.
Greetings, Auntie.
I was out looking for people to help, as you know, is my charge. And came across these three, and I brought them here for warmth and a meal.
Well, the fact that you've made it up into the Dale is quite surprising, since no one else seems to be coming here this time of year. You looking for work? She says with like a knowing glance towards Jannick. You know, people come to her for work, basically.
Is it warm work?
She just laughs. She hasn't had a smile on her face this entire time, and that was enough to. You got the most out of it. It's like a small chuckle, and it's like the frown lines fade for a moment as a smile breaks across her face. Afraid there's not much warm work here in the 10 towns.
But there's warm company? No?
Mm-hmm. She's just...
Sorry, Auntie.
She's just taking all of you in. She looks at Harkness. A little bit scrawny for a Goliath, aren't you? You up visiting family?
I think I'm just a perfectly excellent size for a Goliath. My family is quite this size and quite suitably sized, one would say.
Well, isn't he proper? She says as she finally the slight smile breaks into an actual laugh. She can't believe she's hearing like a Goliath talking so like properly and so politely. You're not from round here, are you, lad?
No, I'm from a little further south.
And you look well equipped there, Tobias. Was it?
That's right, and thank you so much for conversing with us. I do appreciate that you're a woman who knows what's going on in this place. I'd love if we could be in your service and we could help you in some way. And Tobias is going to try and use the influence action to see if he can get some extra info out of Hélm.
Yeah, I mean, by all means. Could you tell me what this influence action is?
It's kind of like persuasion, I guess.
Yeah.
So I can click persuasion if you like.
Yeah,
the
please.
idea is that Tobias will be super polite and respect her current position and her standing and ask more about what she's got on offer for.
Yeah, great. Please give me a persuasion roll. Shoot, there's
24.
We are coming out strong.
I'll take that for a first roll of the session.
Yeah, that is, I'd like to think you probably needed almost no more than an 8 to really pass this, as she's well impressed by like how Tobias is like armored up, like he's looking the part. She understands Jannick's strength, and obviously she looks towards Jannick and says, "Well, Siegfried's death, and the others. I know you've heard the others in the tavern mentioning it. I was wondering if you could or wouldn't mind helping me bring down the suspect. I do think I know who has done this."
I think Jannick just takes an audible gasp upon finding out she knows. Who?
His name is Sephek Kaltro. Works for a small traveling merchant company called Torgs. Owned and operated by a shady little dwarf named Torg or Icewind. You'd know Torga, Jannick. She travels from town to town selling her wares. Anyway, Sephek gets around because of that. He's charming, makes friends easy. He's also Torga's bodyguard, so I'm guessing he's good with a blade. Only recently hired as well. His victims come from the only 3 towns that sacrifice people to the Frost Maiden on nights of the new moon. This is what passes for civilized behavior in Icewind Dale, she sort of says, laughing towards the 3 of you who are new to the area. Maybe the victims found a way to keep their names out of the drawings, and Sephek found out they were cheating, so he killed them. Maybe, just maybe, Sephek's doing the Frost Maiden's work. I followed Torgs for a 10-day as she moved from town to town. Quite the devious little enterprise, as you well know, Jannick. What struck me is how comfortable Sephek Kaltro looked in the weather. No coat, no scarf, no gloves. It was like the cold couldn't touch him. Kiss of the Frost Maiden indeed. If you're interested, I'll give you 100 gold pieces to apprehend him, ascertain his guilt, and deal with him, preferably without involving the authorities. When the job's done, you return here, you collect the coin. What do you say, Jannick?
I look to my companions. Care to help out the 10 towns?
Dandelion is nodding enthusiastically because coins means cozy lodgings with heat and food.
That's a good, actually.
Idea.
That's a good. How flush is everyone? Your characters, obviously, with different upbringings. Moj, what has Dandelion got in her pockets?
That is a good question, and if I can find it, I will let you know.
Okay. How about it is?
She's got a nice little pocket of gold
Yeah?
stored away on her person because she is quite aware of how, people in troubled times, even if, they're in a nice town, if you're down on your luck, you're going to try your luck. And so she's got her gold kept on her person where she can best keep an eye on it.
All
or
right.
rather, in touch with it.
That is okay. So she's got some gold. We're not gonna.
She got some gold.
She got some gold.
on her person.
How's everyone else? Is anyone else flush with cash or?
Tobias has 54 gold pieces.
Okay, not too bad. That's pretty good. Harkness.
Roll for sleight of hand.
Unfortunately, Harkness lost most of his trunks and possessions when the ship grounded, so he's just really what he's got on him now, which is almost 80 gold.
Okay, you guys are not doing too badly. Jannick.
I'm similar to Tobias.
Okay.
54 gold.
Right, so it's
100 would be a meaningful amount of money to me. That's my life savings.
Right. It's not from what you understand. It'll be 100 to the group. I don't know if that makes it any less appealing.
Still, this is all the coin I have to my name.
The only thing is, obviously I haven't been following them for a little while now, so I'm not quite sure where Torg's is. She could be in any of the 10 towns.
Do you know any of your most recent customers, perchance?
It's been a few days. Yeah, I think we could. When she was last in Bryn Shander, she starts looking around the tavern. I'm sure some of the folks in here would be more than happy to have picked up some of her dodgy wares last time she was in town. Might just need to ask around.
Ever so grateful, thank you.
Oh, Reagan. Whilst all this chit chat has been going on, would it be okay for Dandelion to have just occasionally her ears flicking back and forth, trying to pick up on if there's any chat in the...
Yeah. This is where I really need to get back into my knowledge of D&D. It's been a while since we've done this.
Yeah.
So let's take a look. I think we've got maybe just a perception check is probably what we need from Dandelion here.
First roll, hey!
You guys.
Is it any? Oh no! Is it
No.
first roll? It's not first roll.
That
My
was
first roll.
Your first roll.
yeah. I think.
Oh.
How'd I do? I missed that.
Could have been better.
You didn't do great.
Could have been better.
Yeah.
Could have been better.
You have rolled a 1, but then you add on your so that's so with your wisdom bonus, your proficiency, you've gone up to a 6 here. It's very noisy with some of the sounds and the music and stuff playing. The people sort of being a little rowdy. There's not much that you've picked up on. There's a lot of laughing at tables. There's you're not picking up anything of use. Yeah.
It's fine. I'm sure this auntie has more information anyway. Easier to get it from her.
Would Jannick know any of Torg's regular customers?
You'd know that there are some people in this tavern right now. You're looking around and you'd know there are some people in this very tavern who would be down for some dodgy wares, things that might they might be able to pick up for a cheap price thanks to how illegally it was obtained. And you look over and you're keeping an eye. Can you give me a perception check as well, please, Jannick?
Sure can. Perception. A 9.
We got some low rolls in here. At the moment, as of right now, you're not seeing anyone that you recognize too well. I mean, you know a lot of the faces in here, but none of them seem the type. Maybe it's just a matter of waiting a little longer. It is a relatively early in the day, and it might just be a matter of just hanging out in the tavern, staying warm, having a few drinks, and just keeping an eye on that door for someone to come in. And I don't think it is that long. You've got the company of Hélm. You guys managed to talk about a few stories of her retirement. Since she's retired from bounty hunting, you're kind of getting her to share with the group some of her stories. Some of the things that merc jobs that she did, bringing people in and getting them locked away, or, ending the lives of the ones that need their lives ended. It's all part of 10 Towns and its brutality. But a couple of hours pass, you're well fed, you've had a few drinks in you, and a rowdy couple of guys come barging in through the door, hang up their big furs onto this coat rack on the interior of this bar, shout out to the barkeep for some drinks, and Jannick, you and Hélm recognize these two. They're just a couple of humans, but they're very unkempt. They look quite strong, with torn sort of shirts and stuff, as they sit down at the bar and eye up women, and they do all this kind of stuff that just show that they feel like they own the bar. But you and Hélm both know if anyone in this bar right now is going to be a customer to Torg's, it would be these two.
I'm gonna pull up seeing them enter and take a seat at the bar. I'm gonna pull up with some difficulty up on a stool next to one of them, clap a hand on his shoulder, and to say, "Moradin's blessings to you. Can I buy you a drink?"
A drink? Sure.
A drink.
Yeah, I think you can. I think you could probably order us a couple if you like, there, little guy.
I motion to the barkeep to get these guys a drink.
And as soon as the
do I know their names?
No, you recognize that they're they dwell in some of the shadier corners of Bryn Shander. You don't know their names, but you recognize them. As soon as the drinks clack down onto the bar in front of them, they cheer out and instantly become best friends with you. They want to know all about you. I swear I've seen you around these parts. What is it that you do again? You're what is it? Yeah.
I'm a priest.
Priest? Oh.
I'm a priest.
Okay,
Priest
well.
of
They kind of straighten up a little bit. Priest. Right. Well, thank you for the drinks. Do we call you father?
I'm gonna offer my own cup up as a toast to show them I'm not a lame priest. I can drink with these guys, kind of priest.
You're a fun clergy.
I'm a fun clergy.
Yeah. They both kind of look around and see a table of strangers looking over. It's like Tobias and a Goliath and Sir Harkness and Dandelion and Hélm all sort of seated at the table, like looking over at them. Unless you guys are trying to look away, or
when they started making noise, Dandelion just quietly moved to the opposite side of them, on the other side of Harkness, because he's nice and big. So she just sunk down because she can hear potential trouble when she knows it, but so she's watching them, observing them with her ears, not with her eyes, just quietly milking whatever drink she's got.
Yeah, okay, let's drink. Let's drink, father, priest. Well, it's what I call it. Do you have a name?
Call me whatever you like. Jannick is fine.
Jannick!
I'll take.
Padre, I like it, says the other one. Like, yeah, and they clink their mugs together and they just sloppily pull back the drinks into their faces, like splashing it down onto their chests as they drink fervently.
And I'm just going to say, now, I must admit, boys, I had an ulterior motive. Don't worry yet. It's nothing bad. I just wonder if the two of you might know where Torg's is, and sort of give them a wink and a nudge, sort of insinuating that I'm after something from Torg's.
They put their drinks down. They've gone. What do you want with Torg's?
What do we all want with Torg's, really?
Yeah, okay. Give me a charisma roll, please, but with advantage, since you have sweetened them with some ale.
How do I do just charisma?
In the stat book.
Yeah, you should just be able to. Oh, maybe an investigation. Actually, give me investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Oh, take the first one.
21.
21.
Add them together.
Well, Padre, yeah, I think I could give you some information. If you could just sweeten the deal for me a little bit. You already got me an ale, but I could really go for a nice warm cooked meal. Don't you agree? He says as he turns to his mate, who's still swilling back his ale.
Look, two strapping lads of yourselves, such as yourselves of the Dale, of course.
All right, and he orders some food from the bar. It's on our good friend Jannick here, and the bartender just gives you a quick look to make sure. All right, and he goes, yeah, okay. So, and he pulls out like a little piece of paper, out of his pocket. He says, "Torg is gonna probably not like this, but we stole her travel plans. We just, we wanted to keep an eye on what she was doing with her wares, so we
rascals.
Distracted her.
You absolute rascals.
And we managed to get in there and steal her travel plans." And he puts it out in front of you and sort of like flattens it out. So I think she's going to be going from this over at Caer-Dineval for the next few days. You know Caer-Dineval as a very, very small town within 10 towns. Very small population of maybe 100 people at best. There's the leader is a guy by the name of Jannick. He's a very theatrical guy. Again, Jannick, you know this. The rest of you don't know anything really about Caer-Dineval at all. They'd have, being a very small town, very, very small sort of military presence there as well. And they're not the kind of place that is big enough to sacrifice people. They offer food to Uriel, the Frost Maiden. But it's not too far away, actually. Stick to the roads, you'd be there in a day's worth of travel, for sure. But anyway, yeah, so Caer-Dineval, that's where she is. She should be getting there right about now. And looks like she's going to be there for a few days.
Well, thank you very much, boys. I do appreciate it. Do you mind if I just make a quick note of what you've got on that travel plan there?
Yeah, by all means.
Pull out a piece of parchment and just scribble down the next few locations.
What do you,
just in case we miss her in Caer-Dineval.
What do you and your, and he looks back over his shoulder at the group. What do you and your guys want with, Torga? You looking to buy?
Potentially. Maybe.
Father, that is... Well, that's just a goddamn query, isn't it?
Beg your pardon?
Well, why would a holy man want to obtain wares from Torgs? You know, knowing what... You know, Torga.
I heard she could get stuff cheap. I thought that would be good, you know. I'm a man of limited means.
They're stolen goods, mate. They're all stolen. That's why it's cheap. Father. Look, you've been so nice to us. I'd hate to see... Look, if you're going to go, just watch out, all right? We're sneaky. We got in there. We distracted them, figured some stuff out, stole their little plans. But she's got a good little crew of bodyguards. So just be careful, yeah?
Okay. Yeah. Yep. I will be. Thank you. Bodyguards, you say? Multiple?
Yeah. 4 or 5. 4 or 5 bodyguards.
Oh, how did you manage to pry the travel plans from?
And he just like smiles, mate. You'd never fucking believe it. Oh my god! But we're not going to tell you our secrets, mate. No way. And he gives his mate gives his mate a nudge, and they just sort of like start cracking up. That's funny what you can do with just a couple of branches and a little bit of that misdirection.
I go, I bet it's a good story.
And he's trying to tell you, but every time he gets into any detail, he's just like cracking up, and he's just like really hard to make it.
Okay, I'm just gonna nod politely in the loud parts and go, oh, okay.
Yeah. And the meals show up there like super happy that you've made like a great friend in these very rough looking guys.
All right, well, enjoy your meal, boys. And I go to settle up with the barkeep. Whatever I owe.
Yeah. It'll just be a couple of pieces of silver to sort of cover the whole thing.
Okay. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Enjoy your drinks and
gives you like a big
get into trouble now.
Big clap on the back. See you later, Padre.
And I stomp back over to the table. Those are nice boys.
Hélm.
Sounded like you were having a good time.
Yeah.
I was. You know what? I was.
Did you get the information you were after?
Oh, yeah, the information, that's right. Yeah. Yep. I know where we need to go, and I will show the scrawlings so that I don't have to actually say it out loud.
Sure.
To the rest of the crew.
There certainly are words on there.
Well played, Jannick. That was most well done.
So we have a deal then. 100 gold pieces, and you take care of Sephek for me.
I'm going to look to the rest of the party.
I think it will do us well to bring some peace to this place, which is otherwise inflicted.
Capital idea. Let's do it.
Cool. The note states that it looks like she's going to be in Caer-Dineval for a few days. And Jannick, you know, as long as you stick to the paths, it's going to take you like 10 hours of solid travel. And so it's probably best to split it up over a full day to make sure that you rest along the way. It's going to be cold. It's going to be slow. There are ways that you could potentially speed up the travel. You could hire yourself some dog sleds if you wanted to speed things up. It does come at a bit of a cost. It's kind of like 30 gold pieces just for a single dog and its sled. So it's a little expensive, especially if you're only going to be making 100 gold pieces total. So it might be, it's up to you if you wanted to spend the money to speed it along. But from what it looks like, you might not need to speed things up.
Are the rest of the crew still exhausted?
No, you guys have been rested. All levels of exhaustion is gone.
Right. Okay. I say we just take the slow and steady route. What do the rest of you think?
You know this place best, Jannick. Happy to follow your guidance.
Yeah, no point rushing in without knowledge, eh?
I didn't even realize that was a place on the page.
Sorry, carry on.
Caer-Dineval.
Great. Well, what we'll do is we'll take a little 5-minute break here, I think, before we get into the Caer. Awesome. Right. And then we might actually give you guys a map soon as well, since we've kind of just been sitting on that front page for a wee while.
Oh my gosh.
It's a cool picture, though.
It is a cool picture. It's a very cool picture. Just setting the scene of the Frost Maiden reaching out for you guys.
A big high fall.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't leave her hanging.
I want to talk about you guys' costumes. We didn't get a chance to really chat about them before. Tell me what you guys have got on. I want to start with Reese, because obviously I'm aware that you've been building this for a wee while.
Alrighty. I've got arm garters on, which I didn't know what they were until I googled it, and there you go. You got arm garters.
What are they?
What
are they for?
Just to look cool.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
If you're like
Mission accomplished.
Yes.
Oh, he's frozen.
I know.
It's going to be in a shop, right, that has this magic armor appear on him, so he's just wearing a business shirt. I've got some like glasses and a hat and some little wintry gloves, which I added when I realized it was going to be cold. For the armor itself, the idea is that there is like a magic amulet
Flux
here.
capacitor.
Yeah, pretty much, and that it has these like chains that come out, and there's like 100 LEDs in there.
Oh,
Wow.
dang. That is so cool.
And if I die, I'll do this and turn it off.
Oh no!
Oh,
But
whoa.
it's keeping him warm, so he can wear a business shirt and be in the snow. If you remember Sig War Scholar, the frame of it is what I've reused to keep it attached to my body, but I've upgraded to wood and metal chain as
Wood?
opposed to previous, which was
gosh.
rubber and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing.
Are they a glass or lenses in your glasses, or are they just... No, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
bifocable.
Yeah, nice. It looks great. It looks
It's
seriously
very
good.
like 1900s Iron Man at the office.
Perfect. That's what I was going for. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool, dude. Did you? This might be spoilers for later, but do you have weapons? Did you make any sort of weapons as well?
Yeah, Tobias has got a greatsword, and you can see that on his back. And if we get into combat, I'll whip it out, and you can have a look. Or if you wanted me to talk about it now, I can.
Do you want to talk about it now?
Oh, go on.
Go on. Yeah.
So he's wearing a greatsword on his back.
Woo!
It's difficult for me to do that here, but pretend it's
Sure.
on
Here
his
it
back.
comes. What?
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
The dimensions are actually for a real longsword. So a greatsword is actually even larger than this.
Oh, wow.
And it's got a whole bunch of like little runes and stuff on it.
Oh my gosh.
So when Tobias is holding it, it's got those runes. But if someone else holds it, it's just a greatsword. As far as greatswords go in the game, it's just a normal greatsword.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when he holds it, it lights up with the same vibe of his thing. And spoiler, Tobias has a cantrip called Light, and when he does that, he can light up his sword.
That
100
is,
LEDs in there too. Oh, yeah.
that is so cool. Holy shit.
Bring in the A game.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that is seriously good, dude.
Thank you.
I don't even know how you managed to build that. Was it I'm assuming it's not like 3D printed or anything.
No, this is wood and cardboard and lots of blue tack. Got 2 double A's in the handle, and I've hidden a little switch.
Oh yeah,
And if you zoom in, you can see a little switch so I can turn it off and on.
that is insane.
All
Got,
right.
got a
Nice.
kilo of blue tack in here.
Yeah.
It
Damn.
wasn't needed, but blue tack's great, so why wouldn't you chuck it in, right?
Now I feel bad that I started with you because I mean the other costumes are fantastic as well, but I don't know if
I'm like, oh, we're sunk.
is your circlet that Harkness is wearing, is that 3D printed, or did you find a good circlet somewhere for that?
No, that is. Hold on. I'm going to. Oh, this is really bright now. The circlet is 3D printed, and I managed to find a thing for that.
That's really
There's my
cool.
green screen. And then my 2XL women's capelet, as it turns out. I did
looks
have a
good.
really lovely shirt for it as well, but unfortunately Amazon, once it hit Auckland, was like, oh, and by the way, we're returning that.
Oh, actually got sent back to them.
Yeah, so it got to Auckland and then it got
interesting.
refunded and they took it back, and I'm like, but I need that.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, the good news is we can't really see from here down anyway, so that's not.
It would have been a nice collar.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Are you going to try and obtain it again, or are you just going to let it just disappear?
I'll see how it goes.
Okay,
Most of his
yeah.
stuff was lost into the ocean anyway, so
That even his shirt, he's somehow lost his one shirt.
oh, I don't know why I'm not wearing that anymore.
yeah. Moj loving the ears.
I love the ears. I had the ears first, and that's possibly why I needed to play a Harangon
Oh,
to,
you already had
to
the
legitimize
ears?
the ears.
All right. How are they attached? Are they just like clips or?
It's got a little headband, but yeah, there's about 4 or 5 clips in there trying to hold it
That's
hold
cool.
it in.
Yeah.
And then I had to walk between the house and the office here, and the gale was blowing, so it was like, oh, please stay on. What else? Basically everything else. It's my own purple dress. I've got a cute little kind of
You're
fake
cool.
leather thing. Oh, these guys.
Yeah.
In
So
case anyone hasn't seen me just constantly like spamming the Discord, I'm doing raranga classes in
That's
town.
very cool.
So that's traditional Maori weaving, and I was like, I got to make something. So I made these cute little.
Did you have to explain to
guards.
them what it was for? Were you like, I'm going to make arm guards for my thing?
I did mention that I was intending to make parts of my costume, and they
Yeah.
wanted to see them, but I did this on my own time because class is like
Right,
we're
right.
learning like, you know, kete, we're learning tuwhara, we're learning all kinds of other stuff,
Yeah.
wall hangings, all the stuff that I'm making and making sending off to people.
D&D costumes, not one of the things that they offer as a...
No.
Okay.
But I'm gonna show them anyway, and they're very accepting and very kind. So I don't feel like nervous about outing myself as a nerd.
Yeah. And I love that you've actually got like makeup on as well. The camera's not picking up maybe too much, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just because my screen's quite...
Come and get creepy with the camera. I've tried to make little whiskers with
cool.
some white pearly eyeshadow, but
yeah,
that's
yeah.
as far as it can. And then I got a little lipstick nose and a little line here, but
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very
I
cool.
was like, I'm not gonna go full children's party rabbit.
yeah,
Just try
yeah.
and keep it like low key and manageable for like however long the campaign's gonna be.
Yeah, if you can't be bothered doing that every Monday for like 52 Mondays,
Yeah, yeah.
then I get it. Then I totally understand.
I'm just gonna see how long this lasts. If it makes it through,
Yeah.
then I'll keep it.
All right. And you got a little blade as well?
Little form.
Yeah.
Not as cool as the homemade blue tack, you know, light's amazing. It's just a cute little dagger. I don't know. I'm fiddling a lot with it, so it might be that Dandelion, instead of a fidget spinner, she's just constantly playing
yeah.
with a dagger.
Yeah.
Not in a threatening way, just in a kind of my hands need to be doing something kind of thing.
Every time I see you fiddle with it, I'll just get you to roll like sleight of hand to see if you like accidentally drop it into your foot or something.
It's like a butterfly knife.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for a slice open my face. Oh, half a ear.
And John, it's so
The
good.
poor
Dude.
choice.
No, it's so fucking good. It is okay because
So
it was.
luxuriant.
I had no expectations that, and it's just like all I'm picturing is like March when it's like 30 degrees in your office or something like that, and yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot. Like, it's quite nice tonight because it's
Yeah.
cool-ish.
Yeah.
It's a little bit itchy, but my wife did a great job with the braids.
So
there's-
good.
They're so cute.
It's so good,
And
man.
So good.
and
Yeah.
then all the way around.
Oh, whoa.
A top knot.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
I was
Yeah,
like,
she
she was
wants the
like, I was like, can you
360s.
help me with this? And she goes, can I just style it? And I was like, yes, please. and then I was just before we started, I was wearing it in front of the mirror, just like laughing at myself. And going, I look like a dwarf.
Yeah, it
She's
does.
done a great job.
I think that's why I
Absolutely.
find it like so good is you do just look like a dwarf now. It looks amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. It was because the bog standard, it was very like Hagrid. Like, it's still quite Hagridy, but not
Yeah.
but a bit more stylish.
Yeah.
How is it
and then
attached?
this-
Is it like Velcro or like elastic?
It's like a hairnet and then elastic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beard.
Oh.
Ow.
Yeah, you
Is
guys
this
have
like
done this.
merch that you had like the giant dwarven hair and you're like, now I need to play a dwarf?
Oh no, I did.
Yes.
No, when I said I had it, I made the character and then I ordered it.
So good. So good. Shitehawk in the
And then
chat
when
says that having the camera pointed above the head really sells the dwarf look as well. So, yeah, drop shadow staying low in the frame sells the dwarfishness. It's real good. Yeah, I love it. So good. Oh man. Okay, we're gonna get back into it. Thank you guys for everything you guys have done for your characters. They look absolutely amazing. You've all done exceptional work with them. All right, let's get some sounds of traveling going. You guys have set out towards Caer-Dineval. You're aware that it's going to take you a day of travel, trudging through the snow. At least the forecast isn't blizzard. There doesn't seem to be any sign of a blizzard coming through, which makes leaving as soon as possible the best option, and you do. But I want to know what you guys what does this travel look like for you guys? It is going to be a full day. How what is each of your roles going to be on this journey across between these two towns? Let me see if I can bring up sort of a map to show where you guys are going to be traveling to and from. Here we go. Let's just bring that up. Of course, it doesn't have the names anywhere. So, Bryn Shander, if I give it a little, is that pinging anywhere? Can you guys see where that is pinging?
Blue ping.
That's the location of Bryn Shander, and you'll be sort of heading east via the Eastway, and up to Caer-Dineval, which is right on sort of the edge of Lake Dinnershare. So it is definitely a decent amount of travel across and up. I wonder if I can make some of these objects available actually.
Oh, is there another layer of them?
Change. And then we'll grab that.
What's the terrain like? Is it just
There we
snow?
go.
That's it.
Yeah. There's like there's definitely pathways. There were what used to be roads, and probably used to see a bit of sun during summer period, but they are snowed over. But there are clear paths. So when there is any kind of movement, they do try and stick to these kind of roads that are laid out. You can kind of see on the map already there's that sort of eastern road cutting through these hills.
If we do come like that little patch of woodland, would it be okay for like Dandelion just to dart out, see if she can find a little bit of, I don't know, something to munch on? Maybe some berries or something, and come back?
Yeah. There's very little in regards to woodland in the
foraging.
Icewind Dale. Obviously, not much survives when you have no light and nothing but negative 40-degree weather for the most part. But yes, by all means, there is a sort of remnants of a forest to the south as you head out of Bryn Shander that you're welcome to do some foraging in.
Hey,
What have we got?
mind if I do?
What sort of skill, what sort of role should we do for that? Nature? Give us a nature roll? Or a survival roll, whichever you'd like to roll.
Oh, maybe I'll do survival. How'd she go?
21.
21.
Yeah, perfect.
I survived. Yes.
With a roll of 21, what are you looking for?
She's looking for the usual, like, hard times kind of food. Her dad was a ranger.
Yeah.
And so, go out for walks with her dad, and he'd be pointing out, if you see those leaves, you can dig for that root, or this tree has berries in this time, but they stay on the branch for a very long time, so even if they're a bit wrinkly, you can still eat them. This tree, the bark is soft, not so yummy, but maybe if you're on hard times, you want to eat this bark. So she's just coming back, and she's probably come back with like a little bundle in the end of her scarf.
Yeah.
And she runs back, and she's like seeing if anyone wants to share.
Yeah, nice. What are other people's sort of roles? I think Jannick, you're going to be leading this. You know your way to Caer-Dineval. You've been there before. So I imagine that you're sort of leading the pack. What about Tobias?
How dark is it?
You're still you've headed off as what it would be midday, sort of heading towards early afternoon. So it is a dim light that's cast across Icewind Dale.
All right. Tobias will stand towards the front of the group and raise up his sword and be like, "By the Crimson Oath, light!" And he'll cast light, which is a cantrip. I'll see if I can click a button. And I did click a button, and it makes bright light in a 20-foot radius, and then dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Okay, great.
And I'm going to color it slightly red.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
As per the readies.
Great. And this 20 feet out, so you're making sure that Jannick with his dark vision is able to sort of see out a decent distance out in front of himself. But this does enable the rest of you to be able to see a little better as it does start to get dark during your travels. And it is, like I said, it is a long travel. It's going to take a full day. There will be stopping at some point for a rest. Or you could just travel all the way through and you'd arrive quite late into the night, I think. Harkness, what do you think Harkness's role is in this journey?
Harkness is a little, I guess, more oblivious to it. It's just chatting happily with Dandelion about the things that she's managed to find and how resourceful you are. That's truly fantastic. Casting prestidigitation on his water bottle to flavor it and heat it so it kind of tastes like tea, which he offers to share. But also seeing how Tobias has cast light on his sword. He's like, oh, that's a fantastic idea. And so he holds his staff and he goes, Rico MBI, and flicks his thumb and then touches it to the end, and the end of his staff lights up.
All right, we've got a good, decent amount of light. I think that's great. So, what is with prestidigitation? You've managed to sort of, I don't know if it's a pretty common spell, pretty common cantrip. I think it's not going to wow anyone, but it's just that aroma that's come off it is definitely something that the whole group is able to enjoy. Does everyone partake? Do you offer it to everyone for?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Is this, yeah.
Now, I will admit, it's not actually tea, but it does give, a warming sensation, delightful flavor.
Marvelous, thank you.
If I smash this bark and these berries together, it might make a possible tea. Rebooze. It's a
Righto.
saying. Here you go. Smash.
I think the journey through to Caer-Dineval is pretty light, considering everything you've gone through. You've heard of these murders. Everything's dark and gloomy. You guys are still trying to make the most out of this journey, whether it's the promise of this pay or that you're going to be helping find like the person who's murdered 3 people across the 10 towns. There's some sort of feel-good moment as you travel through them. But we're gonna move you through as you all arrive at Caer-Dineval. Do you guys think you would have stopped somewhere and sort of set up camp and rested and tried to stay warm through the night, or do you think it would have just been just 12 hours just pushing through?
I think Jannick probably would have wanted to push through if we all felt fresh enough, so we didn't have to risk, the creatures in the wild.
Yeah. I think there's been some good stories from Jannick about some of the creatures and how dangerous it can be up here. If it's not the weather that's going to get you, it could be some of the wildlife. So yeah, let's see you guys push through. Let me just bring up Caer-Dineval.
I think Harkness would also have Mittens, his owl, flying around just to keep an eye from the sky for us.
Nice.
Does that come up? You guys venture into Caer-Dineval from the west. It is the entryway into this tiny little town isn't too far from the port, where you can look out and see the frozen lake with just some little wharfs coming out from it. And just across a little bit from the lake, up on this mount, sort of hillside, is the Caer, I guess, a small castle, which this place is named after. But the town is tiny. You've arrived in the middle of the night where there's almost no lights, no sounds, not much movement either. There is a... I'm just trying to think what there is. There's like a closed up tavern that's been sort of boarded shut. No, there's no movement down at the wharves. Nothing. It's the middle of the night. There's no militia walking around. The place seems unguarded. It seems completely quiet.
I feel slightly embarrassed. Did Jannick know that the tavern was boarded up?
Jannick knows that there's a second tavern here. So there's one closer to the Caer itself called the Uphill Climb that you know has like spectacular views of the lake and the frozen docks. What else would you know about it? Yeah, they offer a place to rest as well, and they're kind of if we look at the map, closer to the Caer near the top. So after the journey you've had, it's not much more of a walk.
I'll guide the party to the uphill climb.
Yeah, cool.
Much less lively than the last place, isn't it?
I mean, it's the middle of the night. There's no torches on, no nothing. There's everyone seems to have locked themselves away. There looks to be some sort of stall set up that is empty of anything at this point, but it does say Torg's across the top. It looks like Torga has set up her stall here, but has maybe moved things away throughout the night.
Are any of the residents of the town like curtain twitching as we're going down the street late at night?
No, there's no one's got their eyes out. No one's at the doors or windows. Everyone seems to be asleep. It's like 2-3 in the morning. Yeah.
Circling overhead, Harkness is just going to ask Mittens if he sees anything or anyone out.
Yeah, so how does this work with familiars? Like, how do you get information? But you can see through their eyes? Is that the...
That's one option, but otherwise we can communicate telepathically up to 100 feet.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. So Mittens takes to the sky. And so you're going to be just talking telepathically with Mittens?
Just like, can you just keep circling out of sight and just let me know if you see someone of interest or anything like that?
An owl like this is not out of place in the 10 towns as it takes to the sky. And it dips off sort of towards the north for a bit. And it lets you know that it's found like a small little campsite off to the... just past the homes on the northern side of the Caer. And there's a small group of people that they... mostly are asleep, but have a bunch of boxes and possibly is Torga, potentially.
Oh, I do say it. I believe Mittens may have found this Torga character, or at least someone is, for some reason, sleeping outside tonight, just north of the town.
Curious find. Thank you, Harkness.
Oh, thank you, Mittens.
Thank you, Mrs.
Oh, he can't hear you.
Oh. Oh, no, can you just tell him rather than...
I'll pass along your... Yes, I'll pass that along.
Thank you.
With
Thank
this
you,
little
Harkness.
psychic.
Appreciate it.
Mittens sort of lets you know that there's a path in between a couple of these houses that leads up to it. It's almost like they've set up in the backyard of someone's home.
Quite conveniently, there's a path leading straight to them.
So are our options warm taverns, sleeping, or surprise upon these folk?
I suppose so. What do we think? If we were to catch them unawares, it might lead to... may lead to trouble. Perhaps it's better for us to rest and come meet them in the daylight when we can have a conversation first.
Yes. Generally, if someone just turns up out of the blue in the dark, it's not really like a friendly visit, is it? Especially if you don't know them.
Rather frowned on.
Indeed.
Is there any sort of extra information? Because at the moment, Mittens is just sort of like circling above and giving you back this information. Are you just going to call Mittens back, or would you like to sort of push and see what extra information Mittens is able to get? would require
No.
Mittens getting closer.
At this point, he'll just say, "All right, Mittens, that's enough for now," and Mittens will just kind of like flap once and then kind of pop out of existence.
Okay. It's not too long before you're up at the tavern/inn. The name of the place is called the Uphill Climb, and the last little bit leading up out of the Caer-Dineval up to that area is quite an uphill climb. It is pitch black at this point, except for the light coming from the cantrips. You're knocking on the tavern, and it takes a while before someone in a full sleeping gown and furs slowly opens the door to see who's there, and offers the one room they've got. They're tired. They give you a key to the door and head back to bed for you guys to worry about that yourselves. And just in the mean, just to speed things along a little bit, it's the next morning. The town is still, actually, it's not that much busier than it was at 3 a.m. in the morning. But the only difference now is that stall that was in the middle of the road has now been stocked with goods. There is a dwarf that seems to be sort of trying to coax people to. Anyone that walks past, they've got a bit of a sales spiel, but she's surrounded by these 4 guys in winter gear, and then there's one other person that seems to be keeping an eye over Torg's stall, and he's standing proud in just his vest, sleeves rolled up like the wind can do him no harm, ponytail, this elegant blue eyes as he stares people as they go past, and you're watching from a distance, just taking a look in. But there's Torga, there are the bodyguards that were mentioned, and as Hélm expected, there's Sephek.
Is it just me, or is that not right? There's guys who could take the cold, and then there's this guy.
I've lived in the tent towns all my life, and I've never seen anyone unaffected to this degree.
Yeah.
Perhaps he has a relic on him. Should we go chat to him, do you think?
Perhaps. How should we approach this?
And what do we intend to do? Are we bringing him back with us? Are we sussing him out? And if he's okay, we're leaving him alone? Or are we just...
How about
Certainly not going to kill an innocent person nor arrest them. Who would do that?
Hélm wanted you to ascertain his guilt and then deal with him.
Deal with him.
How about I start with a chat? He might be quite open to talk to us about what's happened. It could be a misunderstanding. And if that doesn't go well, then we can escalate as necessary. How's that?
Capital.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tobias will walk up to Sephek and wave friendly and approach to chat to him.
Torga sees you coming and says, "Oh, come on over. I've got everything you could want to stay warm here in the 10 towns." And she starts picking up little bits and pieces that she's trying to sell. She points to this small what has she got? There's a sled which is filled with cut wood and flint and tinder. She's got other boxes full of flasks of whale oil. She's holding up blankets and furs, showing off rations. "I'm sure there's something here for you, I'm sure." Casks of cheap ale, and Sephek is just sort of arms crossed, looking at you. Are the rest of you moving up with Tobias, or is this just Tobias approaching alone?
I think I'd move up with him.
Okay. A dwarf like yourself must enjoy one of these. As she holds up like this beautiful fur to you, Jannick.
Oh yes, it's lovely. Good to see you, Torga.
So she's like a shield dwarf. So she's you definitely have seen her come in and out of Bryn Shander before, and I think once she realizes that maybe she's seen you about as well, she's I mean maybe not this fur. I think I might have something a bit more. Okay, these blankets here are beautiful blankets. If you'd like to take them. And she sort of clears her throat, and the bodyguards just move in around, just to maybe get in the way of some of the stock, get in front of the stock so you can't see everything she's got there.
Harkness just peers over their heads. He's about 7'2", and so about 2 heads taller than most people.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
definitely.
that's lovely.
All right, mate, back off. Hey, back off. And he's like puts his hand just on your sort of like chest as he's like, I just need you to step back.
Oh, do we know each other?
I don't know you and I don't want to know you. I just want you to step back.
I was just browsing these fine wares.
Well, keep your eyes over there. He points to this stuff that's a bit more obviously on display.
Are these not for sale?
They're for sale for the right person. You're not the right person. Back off.
I feel terribly judged.
Yeah, there's just these are like they're pretty small. You don't even really know what race they are or species they are underneath all of the furs. They sound kind of they're speaking common very well though, whatever that might mean to you.
Harkness, old chap, look at these blankets. They look terribly good for travelling. What do you think?
Sephek is just sort of keeping an eye out. He thinks the bodyguards have got you guys sorted. He's just keeping an eye out around for the rest of the things and sort of just wanders around the other side of the store for a bit. Tobias, are you still interested in talking to Sephek?
Yeah, Tobias will try and buy a cheapish looking travel blanket. And then he's going to go and offer it to Sephek.
The travel blanket is... She's like, oh, you got a good eye for blankets. That one right there. It's one of a kind. So very expensive for what a blanket is. But I guarantee it'll keep you warm all throughout the nights, no matter where in 10 towns you are. It's 2 gold pieces for this blanket. But you won't regret it. It's going to keep you nice and warm.
It looks very nice. Thank you. Here's your 2 gold pieces. I appreciate your time in such a nice store, if I do say so myself.
She grabs the 2 gold pieces and sort of like clinks them together as her little test for their quality, places them. Oh, you'll love this. And she starts folding it up and gives it over to you. You tell your friends that if they need blankets, this is the right place to go. Torgs.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And then Tobias will walk up to Sephek and be like, oh, I did know someone who struggled with whether it was hot or cold, so even though you look fine, perhaps this blanket will warm me up, good sir. I've been told it's of the highest quality.
Can you give me a perception roll?
Yes, sir.
Because it is, again, despite it being daytime, it is damn near dark. Okay, this is still so. There's some torches lit around Torg's stall at this point.
Crit fail. Yeah, a total of 3.
Okay, now that's fine. That's. Well, I mean, it's not fine. It's not good, huh?
Would it be okay to say that like Dandelion just like casually like went with him, just low key?
Dandelion, you give me a perception check as well, please.
Okay, oops, that's one moment, corner. Perception. There you are. Do I perceive?
That is...
I perceive slightly. It's 11.
A roll of 11 is more than enough. You've noticed that as Sephek is making his way around the stores, he gives a wide berth to these, like, torches. He just doesn't. He seems to be making sure he doesn't go very close to those torches. Just something that seemed to stand out. It's a little strange. But Tobias, you walk up to Sephek, you offer him these blankets, and he just sort of looks down at the blankets with a sort of a confused look on his face. He says, "Do I look like I need blankets?"
Well, I'm a little bit puzzled, I must say. I did walk with a man who couldn't feel his feet, and we advised him to wear shoes regardless of if he felt his feet or not, and would stop stub toes. So I was thinking perhaps a blanket might help you, even though you might not feel cold.
I've got blankets, mate. It's fine. I think you're going to need those more than I will.
Oh, such kindness. I appreciate it. Are you from around here, sir?
Mate, just move along. We've got things that need to be sold. Unless you're going to be buying some more stuff.
You're on the clock. I appreciate it. Well, you have a good day, sir, and I will see you next time.
Yeah, all right.
Tobias will walk away.
Dandelion, what do you make of this?
I'm not sure. Could I see anything on his person, like a weapon or a bag or anything like that?
No, he doesn't seem to be armed at all.
He's not carrying anything, just
No, he's not, which is a little strange. Like, the bodyguards all have, like, small daggers and stuff. This guy's got nothing. He's just standing there with his sleeves rolled up. Just arms crossed, keeping an eye on the place.
And he's avoiding the torches. Are the torches looking kind of weird, or are they just torches?
You look at the torches, they're just normal torches. Fire sort of flicking away, giving a little bit of light to this pretty dark, dreary area of Caer-Dineval.
She'll wander back with Tobias, but she's like noting it. Maybe with Tobias, just be like, hey man, did you notice? I don't think he likes the torches. Like, everywhere else is dark and cold, and the torches they're not super warm, but they're very bright and a little bit warm. Is he?
Yeah, good spotting. I didn't notice that myself. He didn't seem too keen to chat. Should we head back to the group and report, or should we go and...
Yes.
All right.
Where we went behind the stall, like the stall, is it like a tent? Where like you'd go in the back of the tent and there's most of their stuff, or is it just like a table?
It's kind of like there's like 3 heavily laden dog sleds. So this is obviously they've brought the dog sleds weren't there when you came through at night, so they've obviously brought them in from their camp. And there's 3 heavily laden dog sleds each that have been. The dogs aren't there anymore, but you can assume that maybe the dogs are back at the camp area. But they had to have been dragged by dogs. There's a flag on one of the sleds bearing the company's emblem, which is a gold wolf's paw on a black field. And then so one of them seems to... Oh, so there's 2 here. There's 2 of them here that are filled with the things that are for sale. Everything that is like looks to be above board or not being blocked by the bodyguards has been moved into this kind of small little stand. Yeah.
From the other side of the stand, can I see what the bodyguards are blocking?
Yeah, it seems to just be stuff that let's have a quick look here. This is a bit more of the more expensive stuff. There's like small vials and casks of stuff. What is the main display is just a couple of blankets and wood and flint and stuff that's very all-purpose for people. Then you've got like the expensive stuff that is being blocked by these bodyguards. Sephek walks off. He heads down the path in between a couple of the houses, back towards what you can assume is the camp area that Mittens informs.
Hey, Tobias. Maybe if you gather the others, I might... What do you reckon? Shall I follow him?
Yeah.
He just doesn't sit right with me. You give the other guys, the eye and the nod, and come after me, because I'm not taking this guy on by myself. But he just doesn't sit well with me. I reckon we should keep an eye on him.
You're right. I think he might have just been a bit shy around his mates. We'll go have a private chat with him. Good thinking.
Yeah.
And Tobias will wink and nod his way back to his mates, and then quickly follow after Dandelion.
Are you guys trying to stealth, like stay hidden
Yes.
as you follow behind?
Sneaky.
Yeah, give me a
Casual sneak.
give me a stealth roll. Same for you, Tobias, if you're joining along.
Tobias might walk casually with the rest of the party behind, perhaps.
Oh, okay. So Dandelion's heading out in the front with a roll of 17. Dandelion,
Yes.
you're sticking into the shadows. You're blending into the dark. You're not making a sound. Sephek is none the wiser as he walks in between these two houses down the small path out the back of these homes. And you can see out ahead of him now is like a small little campsite that's been set up. There's another sled that's over there that seems to be filled with boxes of what you can only assume is like provisions. And there's about 18 little sled dogs that are tied up around this little campsite area that are all kind of like huddled together to keep their warmth. There's a fire going in the middle of this little campsite, and Sephek makes his way through to the campsite, keeps a very wide berth around that fire in the middle, and heads over to one of the crates to like crack it open and pull out some provisions, and starts to like snack on something.
Oh my gosh. I might. Is there something that I can crouch down behind? That's
Yeah, we'll keep
like
your
on the edge of the.
Yeah, we'll keep your 17, and you've managed to find something that you're now like hidden behind.
Hold position. Watch this shady character. How far away is the fire from me? Is it between me and him?
Yeah. He's kind of gone around it onto the other side, so you can see through the flickering flame. You can see him on the other side, like he's seated down on the sled now, just eating into something. You can't really see what it is he's eating.
What to do? I hope the guys get here soon.
Oh yeah, so what are the other guys doing? So Tobias, you've gone and sort of, have you informed the others?
Yeah, he'll relay to the group that he tried to spark up a conversation with the guy, and he was not keen on it. He was a bit icy, actually. So maybe we chat to him as a group. Maybe he prefers to be isolated from his friends and spoken to in a group of strangers. Maybe. What do you guys think? Should we do that? See if we can get the truth out of him.
Is it obvious, like with where their camp is there like line of sight from the stall?
No,
Like,
it's
is
kind
it
of
going to be obvious that we?
like you would only take that same path Dandelion took if you were to try to get to it, and this is kind of behind the stall, so you couldn't take that exact path without sort of coming across a bit strange or having to really explain why you're heading back there. But then there might be other ways around.
I think we'd take a longer way around, right? And try to act natural, I guess.
Nothing else I could interest you lot in? It's quite cold. You need some wood for the night.
We may be back. We may be back.
Yes, what time do you close?
Oh, I was going to say when it gets dark, but yeah, probably a few hours more we'll be open and then we'll be calling it a day. It's quite dark pretty early around here.
Yes, I've noticed.
Thank you. See you next time. Alright, Jannick, let's go see if we can find that race course you were talking about.
Yeah, there's obviously there's only a few houses on that sort of side of the road that's leading into behind there. So it wouldn't take you too long just to sort of get out of sight of Torg and her bodyguards before sort of like ducking in behind one of the other homes. As you do so, you can see sort of tucked away behind like a small mound of snow is Dandelion, who also notices you as you come around the side of the house. You can see now this like flickering campsite with Sephek standing there, and he seems to be standing back up and putting things back into this crate before closing it up.
Alright, shall I take another crack at him, or do you guys want to have a go? Should we all go together? What do you think?
What do we want to ask him? Would be my first thing.
I admit I'm a bit of a junior when it comes to murder investigations. Should we start with ask if he did it, and then see if we can perceive his honesty?
Oh, see if we can catch him out. And he says yes, and we're like, ha!
That's right. And then we can ask him where he's been. You know? I guess.
Well, he's
in the meantime,
he looks like he's sort of tidying up and is about to make his way back to the group.
Oh, time's running out. Follow me. And Tobias will sprightly walk up to him. Oh, I'm sorry, good sir. I hate to bother you twice in one day, but there has been a bit of accusations for someone of your description. Can you please bear with me for a moment for a couple of questions?
Are the rest of you sort of venturing forward and joining Tobias?
Agnes is summoning Mittens to just keep an eye on the stall first, but then there's
cool. I like that. That's good. That's good. Keeping an eye, making sure there's no movement over at the stall. That's great.
Just let me know.
And Harkness walks up alongside with Tobias. What about Dandelion and Jannick?
Dandelion is staying behind cover, and she's also just quietly getting her short bow out in case stuff goes the wrong direction.
Okay. Jannick?
Jannick is going to walk up with...
Okay. Well, it's...
Tobias.
It is snowing at this point, and the wind's sort of howling around, and that snow is really cutting through you, and it's in stark contrast to this the shape on the other side of that fire, who now walks around again, keeping that very strange distance from that flame. And as he steps out and into focus, as that snow whips through, it's him. It's been a day's worth of travel. He's there in front of you now. It's Sephek. He says, smart. Wait until I stepped away from Torg. She knew about this, she'd be making your life hell here in 10 Towns. You know, if you would have survived, that is. And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Them those fighting words. Hooray!
Nice.
He'll challenge us to a chess match, surely.
Well, survive the chess match. Yeah.
A game of trouble. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. With the pop-o-matic bubble. No, just me? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
so good.
Yeah. Well, thank you, guys.
Yay.
Thank you for
Aw.
Thanks you.
joining us for
Yeah.
that first session. I'm very keen on where this is all going. This is obviously just a real, like dipping our toes into Icewind Dale. This is just to get things started, set the scene for what there is to enjoy here in the 10 towns. But in saying that, it could be a TPK next week. So that's kind of where I'm. That's where I'm at the moment.
You said ponytail, right? He's the Frost Maiden. Boom!
He's it.
We got to the end.
Roll credits.
I just thought I'd get you to the end straight away. That was yeah.
He's Steven Seagal. Surprise. Spoiler.
Yeah, that's.
I should have.
No,
I should
we
have.
don't stand a chance.
I shouldn't have called him Sephek. I should have called him Steven or Seagal. That would have been great. I kind of I missed that we're not doing level ups at the end of every session. So
We can. We absolutely can.
yeah. Well, there was a couple of ones that were rolled, but that's not the game we're playing this time. How did everyone enjoy our first step into Rime of the Frost Maiden? Yeah.
Loved it.
Yep.
I feel cold in my core
Yeah, it's cool.
already.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Sometimes I leave and I just want to go back there.
yeah. I think we ended pretty much exactly where I wanted to end. I think that was good. We managed to sort of pace that out how I wanted it to be paced out. Hope everyone in the chat enjoyed our first little dive into Rime of the Frost Maiden. I think this is going to be good. I think this is going to be a fun little campaign. And kudos to anyone who stuck around and watched the whole thing. Thanks, crew. Excited for the grand adventure ahead. I'm already attached to the characters. That's what Drop Shadow said. Thank you for joining us, Drop Shadow. You asked last week a question about donations, I think. I've just put up a link there. I'm not saying do it. I'm saying anybody who enjoys what we should do should be supporting us, whether it's just watching us, subscribing to us over at YouTube, subscribing to our Patreon, but there's also a link in the little chat there, streamlabs.com/getting dicey. You can just tip us if you don't want to do anything other than just let us know that you like what we're doing. So that's an option. I just know you mentioned that last week. I feel like I'm begging you to. I'm not. I'm just saying you asked. And that was it. The other thing that I tried this week, which I think sounded really good. At first, it was probably, I thought, a little too subtle, but I think it's going to be really nice for podcast listeners or anyone who sits down with a nice set of headphones. Is I actually did some left to right separation of all the different players, so there is a very nice kind of feel of being around a table. Very subtle, but it's nice. I picked up on it, so you guys should pick up on it as well. I don't know. I think the players should have picked up on it, but you may not have been listening for it. But it should have been there. We'll be back next week to see what happens with Sephek and the crew. Moj, you did break the continuity a little bit by being hidden, even though that is the best thing. I did say that you were all side by side in front of Sephek but you guys got close to being side by side, and I think you've done the smartest thing by staying hidden. So that's good. I think it's good.
Side by side conceptually.
Conceptually,
We're on the same team.
shoulder to shoulder.
Maybe they all thought we were side to side, and then they looked to their right, and there's a little dotted line in the shape of a small rabbit person. And
Yeah.
Well, there was an actual rabbit.
It's like an actual rabbit standing there. I like that. Yeah, that's cool. So
oh my gosh.
I'm really glad that we managed to get back to something that I set up in the hopes that we would get back there, because you guys could have done anything at that stall, or
We set fire to the town.
Just toss the table, start a fire.
Yeah. But thank you. Anyone who is watching this, please come say hi in the Discord. Here's, for those who are here right now, here's a link to our YouTube, here's a link to our Discord, and a link to our Patreon. Please do support us in whatever way you feel fit, even if it is just subscribing to us on YouTube. That makes me feel very good. You can also follow Christian over at Career Break Guy on YouTube as well. And I don't think you others have a YouTube, but if you do get one, I will also shout it out for people to join, because you should. So follow. What Christian does is he tests as like solo play for a bunch of different games. So definitely check that out if you just want to see Christian check out some new systems and play with himself live on Twitch.
Yeah, well. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Oh,
So that's on YouTube and on Twitch, yeah?
Just YouTube.
Just YouTube at the moment. Okay, all right. So you don't go live. Do you go live on YouTube or?
No, just I've been
Okay,
preparing some videos that are going up at the moment.
Cool.
Because of time constraints.
And I believe that have you put up your Dragonbane extra story that you got from the creator of that book?
I did. I've got a Druckborgen episode up, just a short one. And then I'm also doing at the moment the September solo challenge, which is play 5 sessions of at least 15 minutes in the month. Use materials you haven't used, so I'm just playing games I haven't played before.
Oh yeah, cool.
And then do at least one of them live.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, okay.
Next video is up, I believe, at midnight.
Nice. Also, I just want to shout, you guys' costumes are fantastic. You guys have just done... I can't look at John without just cracking up. It's so perfect. You guys are great. Well, there you go, Career Break guy in the chat there as well. Thank you. We'll be back next week to see what happens with Sephek and the crew. This one's been a little railroady, but it's going to open up. I'm just going to give you the reins. I was trying to make sure we kind of had a little specific direction for tonight, but it's going to open up. Let you guys take the reins from here on in, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for stopping by, everybody.
Yay.
Bye-bye.
See you around. Have a good night.